The Wicked Maid. There lived a queen 1,000 years ago. She had a daughter. The daughter was fair looking. The queen appointed a maid to look after her daughter. The daughter grew well. The queen desired to perform her marriage. She searched for a fair looking bridge groom from a royal family. There was a prince in the nearby kingdom. She chose him as her son in law. The marriage day was fixed. The queen ordered the maid servant to go with the princess to the neighboring kingdom. She also told the maid to pack all the clothes of the princess and take them also. The maid wished to pretend herself as princess and treat the real princess as her maid. The princess had a horse. It was stalking horse. She mounted the horse and started her journey to the neighboring kingdom. While she left, the maid also accompanied her with all her belongings. They had traveled a little distance. The princess left thirsty. She asked the maid to get her some water. Get down and go to the nearby pond. Don't order me here after. I am not your servant, the maid said. The princess was young. She didn't talk. She alighted from the horse and went to the pond to drink water. By the time she returned, she found the maid sitting on the horse. The maid told the princess to exchange her dress. The princess did so. The maid demanded the princess not to tell anybody that she is the real princess. Both of them arrived at the main gate of the palace where the prince was awaiting for his bride. He saw the maid in the princess' clothing and felt that she is the princess. The wicked maid dismounted the horse. She was welcomed by the prince. She told the prince to give some work to her maid. Oh, is she your maid? Let her help William, who looks after the orchard. Come on, let us go to the palace, the prince replied. Now the wicked maid was afraid that the horse will reveal the secret. So she said to the prince, Dear, this horse gave me a lot of trouble during my journey. Better you tell your soldiers to kill the horse. Why not? I will see that its head is cut off right now, the prince replied. He ordered one of his soldiers to take the horse and cut its head. Then the wicked maid and the prince entered the palace. The real princess, who is now looked as maid, heard what the wicked maid and the prince said. She was loving the horse very much. Soon a soldier came there and dragged the horse to cut off its head. The real princess begged the soldier not to kill the horse. Sir, the horse is kind and my favorite. I request you to put his head in the archway of the fort. That will help me to see the horse every day. She prayed him. The soldier agreed and put the horse's head in the archway. The princess thanked him. She started working daily with William in orchard. While going home, she will talk to the horse and give grass. Few days passed. The king one day saw her talking to the horse and her. After the king learned about the real princess through the talking horse, he became angry with the maid who was pretending to be a princess. He wanted to teach her a lesson. He summoned the real princess who was working in the orchard. The princess reported, My dear princess, fear not. I learned about you. The horse told me everything. I will see that your maid servant is punished, the king said. Next day, the king arranged a nice party. The real princess was brought to the palace in beautiful colored clothes. She was asked to sit in on one side of the prince. The false princess was already sitting on the other side. The wicked maid could not recognize the real princess as she was wearing beautiful dress. The party was over. The king asked the false princess, My dear daughter-in-law, I shall ask you a question, please reply. What does a person deserve who was deceived her mysteries. The maid was afraid why such a question is being asked. She didn't expect it. However, as the king was asking such a question, she felt that somebody might have made some mistake and the king is asking her to give verdict. So in a happy mood she replied, "Oh king, naturally such a person deserves to be put to death. Then you deserve it. Be ready to receive the punishment." The king soon replied. The wicked maid was helpless. The king ordered his men to take away the maid and put her to death. She was put to death at once. The king realized the lovely heart and presented it to the real princess. The prince then married the real princess. They lived happily thereafter. Thanks for watching. Bye.